Okay, I'm going to say it's about 9 a.m. here, maybe 10 a.m. Yeah. So here we have the little fit check for the airport. You know, have to be comfortable. We also can't be looking homeless, though. Next up, we had gotten some Chick-fil-A. There was a bunch of little restaurants in there, but I never eat Chick-fil-A anymore. If you know, you know. So I'm just like, I guess like this one time since we're about to go on vacation, I might as well try it. I had my book. I had my little drinks. I had my whatever. And I was ready to go. And I was ready to sleep, honestly, like the whole plane ride. Like I never sleep before a trip just so I can sleep the whole way there. We had to stop, and I want to say St. Louis, and I also want to say Long Beach, California. I feel like I'm missing something, but yeah, that's what we had ended up doing. It was a couple of layovers. The turbulence was it was a bit much. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like if you had like a fear of planes, you would have been scared out of your mind. But you know, I was like, well, I mean, like, what else are you gonna do? What else are you going to do? Jump off? So after we had got to Sacramento, I think it was supposed to be like 110 and something. And I was so worried about like sweating out like my hair, but it ended up being fine. Like luckily, like out there, like compared to like the Midwest, like it's just like dry heat. So it's just like a little like annoying versus like unbearable how like it usually is back home. Their airport was pretty nice. You had to jump on like the little subway to get to the other part of it. That's like downtown Sac, I want to say. That's another thing. They all say Sac instead of Sacramento. So here he's trying in and out. And yes, it is worth the hype. Everybody who asks me, yes, it's 100% worth it. We are grabbing some groceries for the week because we decided not to eat out every day because it would just be too overwhelming. And then here we are on our way to San Francisco, leaving the city. And here we are on, I want to say the Golden Gate Bridge. It's okay, y'all got the point. Anyways, we were on the water for a good majority of the day. We had went to, I want to just say the pier. And then we went to this little restaurant because we had gotten hungry. I had gotten like some like crab or like lobster salad sandwich. It was okay. I didn't pick the spot, so I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But the whole pier was so cute. I could tell it was kind of like more tailored to tourists, considering like all like the shops were just like, you know, like, oh, come get a t-shirt, come get a mug, come get a this, come get a that. And then like out on the water you had Alcatraz. I didn't even realize that I didn't realize that the prison wasn't like in use anymore. I guess it's just like there for tours. They had these cars, and like they were like self-driving. They just had like the cameras, I guess, like to scan the area. And then after that, we just did like a little bit of like sightseeing downtown. It was really nice. It was the exact opposite of like what like I'm used to back home. So I was really fascinated by everything. But when I tell y'all that those hills are so steep, like I feel like if like your car is older than like maybe like a 2010, it's gonna roll right back down. Like you get no choice. We had ran through Chinatown, and then we had saw some of like the skyscrapers that you usually see in like the skyline, like in movies. And then we were on the underside of the bridge, and we were heading back through to get home. This is my little outfit check. I ended up just doing it that night because that day, like we were like so thirsty to beat the traffic. Here was my outfit check. I want to say for the second day, I had made sure to do that nice and early. This day we had went to, I want to say Old Town Sacramento. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. And it was just like this whole like little like Western theme, and then just like all like the buildings, it was just like random little stores. But I thought these were a lot more interesting than like the stores that were in San Francisco on the pier. Like we went to like this candy shop, and I mean they had any candy that you could like possibly think of. And even though I wasn't a huge candy person, I still got a few things. We went to this novelty shop just for the sake of like they had arcade games in the back, but they also had so much other stuff just like for everybody, just like little like tourist things, toys, just whatever, just stuff like to play with, honestly. And then after that we went to dinner. I had gotten some like seafood pasta. I want to say my parents just got burgers, and that was it. And then we had finished walking around. We had stopped in a couple more stores, I want to say. Like, this was like another like novelty shop, but like they had everything in there. I mean, if you needed anything at all, they had it in there. And it was actually really interesting. And then like they had this like glow in like the dark section. Like I said, like you could just buy whatever like you thought of in like the entire place. I thought it was interesting. It was kind of like being in like one like big Spencer's or like one big Hot Topic and just put into like just like one thing. And then upstairs they had the costume shop, and just ran like year round. I had ended up getting like a necklace out of there that I thought was pretty cute, and this stuff wasn't too expensive either. And it was just, I'm already shaking the camera. Anyways, like I said, I just ended up getting the necklace. And then after that, we had ran and grabbed some ice cream because, you always need something sweet after dinner. And then after that, we had started to head back home. And then when we did get home, we hadn't realized that there was like an air show in the area. So we just got to sit in like the front line and watch it. The next day, we had went to an outlet mall. Yeah, I'm going to say an outlet mall. The first store I had stopped in was Polo and then Nike. I actually ended up buying these shoes because they were so cute. I think the store after this was Adidas. I ended up getting a dress out of there. And then the following store, I want to say was Forever 21. Yeah. Even though I thought it was going to be like an outlet, it was just like a regular store. But I ended up getting like a few things. This is my little outfit check for the day. Something really basic, because like, I want to like try on clothes and stuff. I ended up getting everything in this video. This was just like a long like turtleneck dress with like a high slit in it. I think after this was like a bomber jacket. Yeah, it was like super oversized, but I'm just like, I love loose clothes, so I'm just like, I think this was on like a medium too. They're having their I think like summer sale or something, so I got like quite a few things. And then I got this like long like button down jacket. I also got that red jacket over there, but I think I just totally forgot to film it, and I'm like, I'm not going back for this either. Up next, we had ran into Coach. I think this was probably like the first time I went there and like I didn't buy anything because I'm just like, we have it at home. Like whatever they have, I can just get it back home because like I had no space in my suitcase. I mean like none. And I'm like, what do I look like trying to cram a whole purse into a suitcase, for like a 7-hour plane ride? I'm like, I'm not even going to bother. So after that, we had headed on to dinner. I was super excited for this place. Like I had been researching it like weeks before we had even got here. And it had like amazing like reviews, and there was like a lot of soul food spots down there, but this one really stuck out to me. I had gotten fried ribs, collard greens, cornbread, and mac and cheese. And when I tell you, like, those ribs are amazing. Like, I didn't share nothing with nobody. Also, on our way out, we had found some chickens, like, literally just, like, walking past the car, crossing the street, just walking around the neighborhood. And I'm like, maybe that's a California thing. Maybe that's just, like, the area. Like, maybe. I don't really know. But, I mean, it was interesting. So I want to say this is the next day. Me and my mom, we were just walking around the park in the neighborhood, just kind of trying to like take it all in. I had ended up like door dashing, I want to say some burritos, just like to try it. And then like the next 2 days, I had just kind of like relaxed, just like stayed around like the house, didn't do much, just like really relaxed. My little travel outfit, and I ended up wearing like the shoes that I had because I'm just like, this is perfect. This way I don't have to cram them into my bag. A little gross airport burrito. I'm not gonna lie, that thing was a little nasty, especially compared to everything else I'd been eating. But I want to say this was in Portland, Oregon. Yes, I want to say we were over Portland, Oregon. We had to touch down there for a second, and that was, I don't know what mountain that was, but it was some mountain in the background. I thought it was really pretty. My little airport snacks and whatnot that I think they just came with the flight, honestly. And this is us on our way home. We had to stop in Chicago. We were at Midway, and it was like the worst experience ever. And then next thing I knew, we were home. I think that was like a 40-minute flight at max. And then that was the end of my trip.